Ready?
Ready. Look at this stuff.
Isn't it neat?
Wouldn't you think my collection's complete?
Wouldn't you think she's a girl who has?
Almost everything.
She's got who's its and what's its aplenty.
I got pumpkins and yams galore.
You want thingamabobs? I got plenty.
But who cares?
No big deal.
I
want
more
more.
subscribers.
Hey, all you creme caramel and creme brulee lovers out there.
Welcome to the best cooking show in the world.
2 chefs
One knife.
and pumpkin theme.
Yeah.
I am Chef NPH.
I'm Chef Yam/Grace.
Still battling through that identity crisis.
Yeah.
We don't need to cuss you turd today, but we are making custard-based desserts.
Yes, we are.
So yeah, we're gonna do a creme brulee and we're gonna do a creme caramel.
Yes, or Leche Flan is how we Filipinos like to call it, or Spaniards.
I thought you were Chinese.
It's a complicated thing.
Oh, all right.
Filipino Chinese, Chinese Filipino.
Yeah, but we are going to make our desserts pumpkin
Yeah.
themed, pumpkin flavored.
Mm-hmm.
It's that time of year. Pumpkin, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
Eh?
Pumpkin, eh?
Pumpkin, eh? All right, we need to move these pumpkins
Where'd it go?
right over here.
All right.
Okay.
So, beauty before the beast. So I go first today. Creme brulee is basic custard, but it's made with yolks only, not the whole egg, because then it gives it more of that creamier texture. Very simple recipe, guys. We literally have to count 6 ingredients. One of them is in the pot heating up. So what we need to do first, we need to get, we only want the yolks. So we need to separate our eggs. All you children out there, don't get your hopes up. After this separation, they're not getting back together. I always just separate them in a bowl. This is just the easiest way to separate them because now you just fish in, grab the yolk just like that, right through your fingers. Way faster than flopping around between those shells.
This is the easiest and fastest way to separate.
You pinch your fingers through the yolks to pull it away and you actually get a very clean yolk. Like, look at that. Beautiful. And plus it makes your fingers feel all slimy.
That's what she said.
That's gross, Grace. So from this point here, so we got 5 yolks. We're gonna add the sugar to the yolks. Just like that. Get the whisk. Give it a whisk. So when you're doing this, you kind of want to be ready with your cream. You don't want the sugar to sit with the yolks too long, because believe it or not, that sugar will actually cook the yolks. This is where I have my cream preheated. So you got a ½ liter of cream, 500 mils to the yolks. So this is what we call tempering the eggs. You cannot just dump it in because this cream is hot. Eggs are cold and raw. What's going to happen? You pour it in on one shot. Chef Yam.
It will curdle the eggs.
Curdle, curdle, curdle. We made it out of yolk. Here we go. So we're just going to slowly add a little bit of the cream at a time. Just to get the temperature. What we're doing is just raising the temperature of these yolks. We want the yolk to slowly climb to the same temperature as the cream. Almost there. And then once you can see the steam coming out, you can tell that the temperature of the eggs has gone up. You can just dump the rest of it. You don't have to keep pouring slowly up. And there we go. We're Chefs Incorporated. So then we're gonna add a little bit of vanilla, just like that. So this right here is your basic creme brulee recipe. So from here, you can put like espresso in here, do a coffee brulee. You can add nut paste, hazelnut, pistachio. You could add, what else?
Matcha.
Berries, like a strawberry coulis, raspberry coulis. You can make it whatever. And you don't even have to add a coulis. You can actually use this and you can actually put whole raspberries and stuff in it while it bakes and it just looks like kind of a cool garnish. But here we go. We today though, keeping with our theme, are going pumpkin. I said that like Oprah. It's pumpkin!
You get a pumpkin.
You get a pumpkin, you get a pumpkin recipe, and you get a pumpkin recipe. Pumpkin recipes for everyone. So we're gonna add the pumpkin puree to the mix. So we got our pumpkin. So the pumpkin puree we use is just basic pumpkin. There was no flavoring or anything in it. So we are gonna add a little bit of extra like pumpkin spices to it. We got cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, a little bit of ginger, just like, it's like a gingerbread house. We're gonna add that to the mix. And there you go. There you go. All right, so from here, we're going to take our ramekins. But before we go into that, just, you know, because eggs have like membranes on the side of the yolk and all that weird little stuff, you never know what happens. So it's always good to strain. Run it through a fine sieve. Try to get all the lumps you can. Make it as smooth as we can. Just straighten it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. And then to get it out, what chefs do when we're straining soup, sausage, just give it a little tap. If it falls down. Boop, ba-da, ba-da. Now we got our strained brulee mix. We're gonna pour it into our ramekins, just like that, just like that, just like that. And then we go back, top them all up. Ta-da! It's like we meant to do that or something. I ain't gonna lie to you, that was on pure luck. As you can see, because of the whisking and the straining, you got a little bit of bubble action on the top. You don't want the bubbles. Bubbles are gonna mess up your finished product. So best thing to do is actually take your blowtorch that you're gonna burn the sugar later. Give it a little blast. You can see the bubbles just pop. But you don't want to hold it there too long because you don't want to burn it. You don't want to burn, which I almost did. There we go. But you're going to want to cook them in a water bath because anytime you're using a high heat like that, it'll just scramble those eggs. And that's not what we want to do. So you need to pour water in them. So I always put some of them, not all of them. So it gives you space to pour the water because you do not want to get the water into your brulee mix or that's going to ruin it. So leave yourself the space to pour the water. Go about halfway up the ramekins. Then you're going to drop in your last two where you left the space. Just like that. At 325 degrees with a ramekin about this size, I would set yourself about a half-hour timer just to do the first check, and then from there we can whether it's done or needs more time. So only time will tell. It's yammer time.
Yam time.
Do 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 do.
I'm going to be making creme caramel or leche flan at home. This is actually my stepmom and her sister's family's recipe. So shout out to Tita Luce and Annie. Hello, thanks for the recipe. I hope I don't butcher it. It's very easy again. I'm gonna do their original recipe because they want the original one. And I'm gonna make one with pumpkin. So let's start with the caramel, the most difficult part of this recipe.
It's caramel time. Caramel.
That was good vibrato.
Caramel sugar. It's cooked sugar. But so what you want to do is you want to add water to your sugar, just enough water so that you can make a paste. But you want to stir it before it goes on the flame. As soon as it's on that flame, you can't touch it because as soon as you touch it, it'll crystallize on you.
Should we show them what happens?
And
what
we
not
don't
to
want
do?
that. You got sugar cubes for your coffee.
Yeah.
Someone hurt that caramel.
Yeah,
like,
what the
who
hell?
hurt you?
Yeah.
But
Apparently I did.
so anyway, as it's going, you see you get these little balls as the sugar boils, and that will actually cause your caramel to crystallize again. So what you do is you take your spray bottle, and as it's cooking, you just spray them back down, add water back to it. Won't hurt your caramel at all, but it'll get rid of those little crystal chunks on the side, so that does not happen. So yeah, just let it cook down. You start to see it go a little bit of a honey color in the middle, and as soon as you see the slightest bit of color, you can stir it. You can see we're starting to get a little color action. We're gonna give it another little spray down. Spray down, spray down. Look at that, look at that, look at that.
This is the amber stage. Amber alert.
So we got color now. We can stir it, guys. Don't be afraid now. Stir away. So as Chef Yan said, we like a darker amber. So I am gonna let Chef Yan tell me when this is good.
All right, I feel like it still needs.
That's getting honey.
Yeah. We're close. It's extremely hot.
So be careful. Good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're gonna take it off the fire. And I like to shock it because this stops that cooking process. Just give it a little quick class on a bowl of ice. Good, just stops it. And it still stays runny. And so from this point, I pass it over to Chef Yan. You gotta get that out of there, it's hot. That's dark. You want that done?
Yeah.
I'm gonna swoosh it around for you. Cover, you wanna cover all the bottom of the ramekin. Make sure it's covered.
This is our fancy ramekin.
These are for the fancy guests. This is when the queen visits. Look at that.
Okay, so we can't really pour anything in the ramekins until the caramel's done. So I'll start with the plain one. So we got 233 grams of eggs. We're gonna have 1 can of evaporated milk. This is 354 mils of evaporated milk. And we have a can of condensed milk.
What is condensed milk? I don't even
Condensed
know.
milk is sweetened milk. Sugar and milk cooked on the stove for a very, 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 very long time. What? So we got some vanilla, some sugar, 1/4 cup sugar.
Yeah.
Again, we're gonna strain this to get the albumum of the whites. Okay, never mind.
Look at that, right through.
Great. If you hear some loud noises, is because people are using our kitchen for important things. We got pumpkin. Everything's the same except we add a little pumpkin spice. We got cinnamon, ginger, allspice, nutmeg, vanilla, evaporated milk, and then our condensed
look at
milk.
that.
Oh, and can't forget the diabetes.
A little extra sugar.
Again, stir again. Again. We have another jug. Okay, now we're gonna do the same and strain this one through our fancy fine mesh strainer I got at Winners at a discounted price. Michelin star chefs go like this.
Your 1 jug is now 2 jugs. Oh,
Karate Kid number 2. I'm just gonna remix it because all this stuff settled a little bit.
yeah.
So we got our pumpkin one.
Or, ooh, whoa,
Whoa,
little
whoa.
Rose. Hello, 3D.
And then we have the plain one. Not plain one, vanilla one. Pumpkin, no pumpkin. So what I'm gonna do is gonna take this into the oven. So we got hot water. We're gonna fill it halfway up the ramekin. 325 degrees, let's say 45 minutes. Check it after 30. Depends on the strength of your oven.
And that's what Grace said.
Yeah, it is.
So in our oven, that took about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. At home, obviously it's gonna vary, but what you're looking for is, this will be a touch jiggly, but like not too jiggly like that. See, it stops as soon as you let go. Like we'll have jiggle, then it stops. Because it's gonna have a little bit of carryover cooking in the, once you're cooling it down. So we're gonna take it out of the water, just like so, onto the pan. My fingers are made of lead, so it didn't hurt that much. We're gonna let them cool down just like this. We're gonna put them in the fridge, and after they fully cool down, then it's time to
Brûlée.
So you want a nice even coating of sugar. You give it a little shake, shake, shake. Get right to the edges, just like that. Then you're gonna get your torch right on top. Ready? Look at that. You don't want to darken sugar like you want it just nice and light. Give it a little shaky shake, and there you go. Don't touch that. You don't want to eat it yet? Yeah, you want to wait just at least a couple seconds, because that would like taste like burning. So you do want the sugar to set. Ow! The cassava is still hot! Yay!
Yay! So yeah, I did take mine out of the oven, and magically the containers have changed. When it comes out of the oven, you want to take it out of the water bath right away, transfer it onto another vessel, and right into the fridge. Best when it's cold. So you just want to run a paring knife along the side.
And there you
And
go.
there you go.
Upside down plate.
Ooh,
Next, the pumpkin
the
one.
pumpkin. Same
That was
thing.
the regular one. Now we're gonna instant replay it again.
Again. Oh, ta-da!
You're so flanny. All right, is it that time?
It's that time.
It's taste time. I think we should go natural first. This is my first time having it.
Oh my god, it's so smooth.
It is. Spoony. Ready?
Ready.
That's good.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Melts in your mouth good.
That is perfect texture.
Even you're right, the caramel was
Caramel,
not
right?
too dark.
Okay,
All
so
right.
this one never been done in our family before. They were skeptical about this one, so I am as well.
Let us prove the skeptics wrong!
Do another shot.
It doesn't look like it's too crazy
Ooh,
pumpkin-y.
no.
You can see a little bit of color difference. Oh, you can smell the spices in it.
Mm.
Here we go.
Ching.
Here we go. Wow! That is so good!
That's so good too!
Wow, that is phenomenal.
That's good. They're both so delicious.
I
can't tell which one's better, but...
Did I just start liking pumpkin?
Yeah.
Ready?
Ready.
Oh, that's hard.
Oh, that's what she said.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at the big chunks of sugar coming
So
out.
good.
Oh,
man.
Big chunks of sugar on top. All right, pumpkin creme brulee. Here we go. That's creamy too. I just like the crunch of sugar on top of
Yeah.
the creme brulee. That was good.
That was really good.
Well, actually, I want to try the brulee again without all that crunchy sugar on top, just to get a taste of the custard. But
Okay, it's not too sweet.
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I like all the flavorings are perfect. They're all very harmonious.
Mm-hmm.
It's a harmonious brulee.
It is. Brûlée.
Brulee. That was delicious.
That was really good.
I always feel lost for words
I
at the end of
know.
our things because I'm
Yeah.
like.
You wanna go practice karate in the garage?
Yep.
Nope.
Anyways.
Anyways. I'm so sticky.
That's gross, Grace.
Anyway, that was a waste of filming.
Thanks for wasting my time.
Okay.